We're gonna find out real quickly if tariffs work or they don't. Economists say they don't. Economists say tariffs are a tax on people that purchase products, consumers. I will remind you, regardless of what anybody's ever told you, it is a metaphysical fact that Canada, Mexico, and China do not pay tariffs. The people importing products from there pay tariffs, which they then pass on to the consumer. That's how tariffs work. But the president of Mexico has weighed in on Trump's latest threat.
Well, he wants 25%.
Yes, he threatened Canada and Mexico with 25%, and then an unknown number on China, but China's already, I think, at 25%.
I saw another 10.
It would be on top of what they have, right?
And what people were worried about in America is that going to make my grocery prices go up?
Absolutely.
It should if this was to come to fruition.
Yeah, absolutely it will. The price of everything will go up.
Yep.
But the president of Mexico, who I can't get over, her name is Scheinbaum.
Okay.
Right? Just for whatever reason.
First female president of Mexico.
Yeah. Responded. And I think she made some pretty good points, by the way. I think she brought up some things that, again, a percentage of the population couldn't care less about. I get it. But she makes a solid argument that you would do better with Mexico as a friend than as an enemy.
Well, I know Arizona feels that way. They're a number one trading partner. I think Mexico's number 3 overall for the United States. Mm-hmm. Yeah, obviously we have some issues at the border with Mexico. No doubt about it. They're serious issues. But it does go both ways.
She made an interesting point. You ready for this?
Yeah.
This is from the president of Mexico. 70% of the, I'm reading the quote, by the way, so this is my dramatic reading. 70% of the illegal weapons seized from criminals in Mexico come from your country. This is her letter to Donald Trump. We do not produce these weapons, nor do we consume synthetic drugs. Tragically, it is in our country that lives are lost to the violence resulting from meeting the drug demand in yours. She's got a good point.
It's a major drug demand in the United States.
That's where the drugs are coming in.
The drugs pour over the border, and then Americans buy the drugs.
Yeah, exactly. Nobody is smuggling drugs into the United States to flush them down the toilet. They are selling them. Yep. Hand over fist. They're making billions off of it. The American consumer has a insatiable desire for illegal drugs. And to be clear, anybody that knows the history of this knows just the drug of choice has just changed. It went from marijuana to cocaine. There was a meth phase in there for a while. It just kind of evolves. And fentanyl-laced products or illegal drugs, I would say, are kind of the latest thing.
Fentanyl at the border has gotten better. If you look at some of the studies, it's killed a lot of people. But lately, over the last year, it has gotten a bit better.
Yeah. But she makes a point. All the guns that the cartels are using, they come from the United States. Mexico has one gun manufacturer, and they're not very big.
But the drugs that we take, that we want to get high on, come from Mexico.
Correct.
Yeah.
So the drugs come across the border. No. The guns and money go back. Mm-hmm. Go back. And she's saying, don't we both have a problem? Because we don't like all the guns in the country. You don't like the fentanyl in the country. We agree. We agree.
Well, I don't know how you stop it.
Well, we've never, again, the war on drugs won it about 40 years ago. I mean, it's not even close. I don't know if you've ever heard this, which is an interesting analogy when you look at economics. And I saw a professor talking about the street value, the going rate for a kilo of cocaine in Miami in the 80s and a kilo of cocaine in Miami today.
Yeah, what is the difference?
It's cheaper.
It's cheaper now.
Which means they've done absolutely nothing to slow it down, that the price has gone down because they still can bring so much of it in.
Yeah. The 25% tariff that Trump has threatened to slap Mexico with, and Canada, That's what Trump always does. He starts high and then he's going to go much lower. He's trying to
Well,
scare.
but they know that. And by the way, you can't say my strategy is to come up with a fake number and then come down. They're like, okay, we'll just wait.
It's a negotiation. It's a tactic by Trump.
By the way, General Motors, Stellantis, which is Chrysler and all that, and Ford are some of the biggest importers from Mexico. So price of cars goes up.
Thanks for watching Outspoken with Bruce and Gaydos. Tap to watch more from KTAR News and click the button in the middle to subscribe.